Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I just got YouTube up on my phone and I'm like 2 subscribers away from 1,000. There's 1,000 of you guys watching me. I can't believe it. Honestly, like just over a year ago started this channel thinking it would just primarily really be my family watching, and here you are, all of you subscribing, and I'm really excited. I know that's tiny in comparison to like a lot of other channels, but it's a lot to me. I can't believe it. So I'm really thankful, and it really makes me excited that you guys are interested in what I have to say and what I have to share, and just me and my life with the boys. So please let me know, because I do see all the comments. So if there's something that you want to see from me, or there's a certain video that you really enjoy, please let me know and I'll try and do more of them. I'm just going to close those blinds a bit more because it's so dark in here, but yet it's so bright for you. So 1 second. Okay, I'm hoping that's a little bit better. I'm not really sure. It was so bright and then it went really dark. So here we are. Anyway, welcome back. As you can see by the title of this video, we are going to be talking all about food today, which I'm very excited about because this has been one of the biggest struggles for me, especially lately as the boys have got older. At the beginning it was sort of tough because I didn't know how to properly prepare food for them. I didn't know what they should be eating. I was frightened that I was missing out on giving them something at a certain point of time to make sure they didn't get allergies and intolerances and things like that. And now we're at a stage where they just eat and eat and eat. Like, they eat so much, and I just constantly can't think of like healthy snacks and good dinners that are like nutritious and easy to make and easy to prepare. It is so time consuming. I feel like I'm always in the kitchen. If I'm not cleaning up or trying to quickly cook something, or I'm chopping something up, and it's just, there's no easy way to make 3 meals for 2 babies. But if I keep looking down, I'm just looking at my notes on my phone. I really hope I'm not too blurry. I don't know why my camera keeps going in and out of focus, but yeah, I'm basically going to run through some of my staples. Now these items, some of them I obviously put, they're not like total meals on their own, but they're items that I use pretty much every day. I'll be using a couple of these, and I just make sure that I always have them in the house for quick easy meals and snacks, and they don't provide too much cleanup, so it always helps. And they're also on the go snacks because we are out quite a bit. We try to be out quite a bit, and it's always a challenge to know what to feed them without them making a huge mess when we're out and about. So just going back a little bit to when I began feeding them, because if you're new here, you may not know about this, but we did start with purees. We had a success with them for a little bit, but then the boys hated me spoon feeding them. They just didn't want to know. They just wanted to grab the spoon. They weren't really caring about there being food in the picture. They just wanted to chew on the spoon. It got me very frustrated. They were like screaming a lot and just very unhappy during meals. So we went on to baby-led weaning. We had instant success with this. I was very nervous, I'm not gonna lie. The whole choking and hazardous foods and this and that, and just letting them feed themselves while you watch, sometimes it can be very nerve-wracking. But I recently had a friend over who's got a little boy that's about 3.5 months younger than me, and she was watching me feed them and was just like asking me so many questions, like, where did you start, like how are they such good eaters? And I told her to go and have a look at the website Solid Starts. I know I've spoken about this before, but if you don't know about it, please go and have a look at it. There's a huge database of food for babies, and they tell you how to prepare it, how to cut it, how to cook it for every age of your baby's like growth, because it does change drastically from like month to month, especially in that first year. So please go and look. You can literally type in the search bar any food under the sun and it will come up with it telling you how to cook it and prepare it. So I highly recommend it. It is fabulous. So I told her about that, and I also told her a few of the items that we started with, and she, a couple of weeks later when I saw her again, she's had so much success and she's so pleased she started it. So if you are having a nightmare with puree or feeding your baby, just try and give it a go, but obviously do your own research and make sure you feel comfortable, because that is very, very important. You don't want to be sitting there feeling really uncomfortable and uneasy with it. So anyway, that's what we did. And I know there's quite a lot of you on here following me with slightly younger babies and twins, and occasionally you ask questions about things. So I'm hoping this is gonna prepare you for when they get bigger and when they're eating even more. Also, if any of you have any staples or foods that you love, please put them in the comments, because I'm always needing more ideas. I feel like food, especially, you get into a habit of what you make and what you cook and what you eat, and I'm so nosy. It's like when I go to the grocery shop, I love seeing what other people are buying and taking home, but I'd love to know what you guys give your babies, because I feel like it will give me inspiration to make different meals, cook different things. And I read that the more you introduce to your kids at the very beginning of their life, the more likely they are to have like an open palette of flavors and stuff. And the reason that you tend to not like stuff is just because you haven't been exposed to it very often. And your taste buds, this was it, I read that your taste buds are constantly changing. So if you, for say, ate an olive and you didn't like it, if you kept trying an olive like every month for like a year, eventually you will like it. It's so weird to me, but kind of makes sense, because I feel like you try something and you're like, ugh, and then you just never eat it again. I'm like that with celery. It's the one thing I hate, and like the thought of having to try it, I'm just like, no, get it away from me. So yeah, so with children, they don't know, and it's quite good to reintroduce something if they don't like it a couple of days or weeks later. Okay, so let's get started. I'm babbling, I'm sorry. I'm just checking that I didn't miss anything. No, okay, so let's get started with the food. So the first food I'm going to mention is fruit. All babies love fruit, but berries in particular. I always make sure I have lots of berries in the house and on hand. We get through, I don't know, like cartons of berries a week. I normally buy like 3 different fruits from the supermarket and then just top up as the days go by. Obviously it's fresh, so it goes bad pretty quick, but the boys do get through like a punnet of strawberries. Blueberries are great because they last long and you get a lot in the pack, and they love those, and they're now eating them whole, so that is great. Really easy to take out and about. It's not too messy. Now they're putting the whole thing in their mouth. When you had to cut them and stuff, yeah, it can be very messy, but we always have strawberries and blueberries in the house. And what baby doesn't like fruit? I swear they all love fruit. So that is my number one. Number 2 is going to be avocado. Now this was one of my really go-to foods at the very beginning, because it's so soft and you can mash it and put it on toast. You can just give it to the babies in spears. I think you can coat the spears in something so they're easier to grab. I've always just chopped it up quite a lot for the boys. I occasionally just give it to them just as it is. Sometimes I put it with other things, but they absolutely love it. And I feel like it's one of those things that I'm less worried about choking with at the beginning, because it's so soft, but it is slippery. Also, I know people give it to them in spears with the skin on, and that's really good for baby-led weaning at the beginning too. But yeah, avocado is very nutritious as well. It's very high in fat, and is I think my mum used to tell me that you literally can get everything you need from an avocado if you were just to eat that every day. It's got like all the nutrients in it, so it's so beneficial for them. Very healthy, and it's so yummy, right? I know there's people out there that don't like avocado, but I can't be friends with you. No, I'm kidding. It's just, I love it. The next up is sweet potatoes. Again, this is another one that I used to give the boys so much at the beginning. This was, I think, actually what I started the very first meal of baby-led weaning with, and I was so nervous. But top tip, I would definitely peel the skin off, either after you've cooked it or before. It does come off really easily. I used to do like fries, sweet potato fries, just roast them in the oven with a bit of olive oil. And you can use seasonings if you wish. It goes really nicely with cinnamon, but it's just so soft. So it's so easy for them to pick up and chew on. And I think that like choking is so minimal on something like that. So I recommend starting with that if you're nervous. It really worked for us and they love it. Now they'll eat it in like a variety of ways. And again, so nutritious, so good for little babies. Moving on to some dairy and protein. Eggs. Oh my god, eggs. I find that they are the easiest thing. Sorry, I burnt myself if you've seen that. They are the easiest thing to have on hand in the fridge. I use eggs in so many ways. Okay, we do scrambled egg, we do omelets, and we put a load of veggies in. We do egg salad, we do hard-boiled eggs, just sliced. Fried eggs, poached eggs, like there's so many ways, and I do feel like eggs can go in a lot of things. We've made a lot of healthy muffin options for like desserts, and obviously they always have eggs normally. This is an allergen, though again, be careful when you introduce eggs, and unfortunately it's very hard if your children can't eat eggs because they go in so many things and they're so versatile. But I just love them. Like, the boys eat eggs so frequently, and again, really good for baby-led weaning, because if you make an omelette and cut it into strips, it's so soft. So brilliant one. We also make quiche. You can make pancakes, the OG pancakes for babies. What are they? Like eggs, banana, what's the third ingredient? You mix eggs, banana, and then I think you should put like cinnamon or something, and then you fry them. My boys aren't that like fussed on those, so I don't bother that much, but I know so many kids that are. French toast. You could even make like a Spanish omelette with potato as well. Like, there's so many options with eggs. I love eggs. Next up with dairy would be ricotta. This is something that I kind of came across, I'd say like 4 or 5 months ago, and haven't stopped using it ever since. I read that it's really good for babies if you get the whole milk ricotta. Now, we put this on toast a lot for breakfast. They absolutely love it. We put it in ground meat and make meatballs with it, and a bit of breadcrumbs, and that makes them so juicy and so yummy, just compared to like just using the meat on its own. What else do you do? You can even put like fruit and just a lump of ricotta in the bowl. That goes really nicely. So again, it's really versatile and goes with a lot of different things, which is why I love it. And that's why I try and have these staples where you can mix and match them, so at least if they're getting the same food every day, you can kind of mix it with other things. So definitely recommend trying that if you haven't. Next on the dairy list is yogurt. I've been hit and miss with yogurt because it is just so messy, and the boys are not great with a spoon. I've reintroduced the spoon to try and get them to learn to feed themselves with it, but I'll be honest, it goes everywhere, and just cleaning up is disastrous, and especially Henry, he's the messiest baby. So I do let them have it once in a while with the spoon, but I do opt for like those squeezable pouches quite a lot, and I give this to them a lot when we go out to the park and places like that, where they just aren't interested in eating because they're here, there and everywhere, and they will kind of grab those and suck on those and eat it really quickly. So I feel like that's a good one for being on the go. But I also try and mix it with stuff at home. So if, for instance, I was giving them dessert, I'll put yogurt and like a healthy muffin and sort of mash it all up so it's thicker, and that way I feel like they're learning how to scoop and eat with a spoon a bit easier than just having like full yogurt, because the boys move the spoon so slowly and then it all just falls out right before it goes in their mouth, and it goes everywhere, and then they end up just using their hands and making a pure mess, which is fine. I know that's what they're supposed to do and learn and like experience all that, but I can't be cleaning that up every day. Like, honestly, I cannot. So yogurt we use a lot. What else do I do with it? Oh, we use it for the teething silicone things that you can fill up. They've been brilliant, especially during the summer months when the boys were younger. We'd be forever like giving them those yogurt pops, frozen yogurt pops. They love those. Again, I always choose the whole milk variety. If you are giving your children cow's milk, try and look for 100% grass-fed. It definitely is the best. I've done a bit of reading about it, and I say no more, but go and do your research if you're interested, because we're just buying 100% grass-fed from now on. Okay, moving on to carbohydrates. I've tried to like divide this into certain types of foods just to make it a little bit easier for you. So 2 things here that we use a lot. The first one is crackers. Oh my god, these things. Like, the boys love these for snacks. I look for the Ritz low sodium crackers. They are yummy. Like, even I could just demolish some of these. They're great snack. They do get messy because they're very crumbly, but great snack. Again, I put ricotta on these. You can spread anything on them really. You could do like a tuna mayonnaise or egg salad or anything. They're really good for topping. You could also do that with sweet potato. I know they do. People make like sweet potato toast, don't they? And you can put toppings on those. So we do toasts, like open sandwiches sort of with toast a lot. That's one of our go-to meals for like lunches and things. But yeah, sometimes I'll do them a picky lunch with like cold tomatoes and cucumbers and cheese, and then like the crackers with something on top like hummus. That's an example of one of the lunches the boys will eat a lot, so crackers are really great. The next one is pasta. They can eat pasta like it's going out of fashion. They absolutely love it, which is great because it's very easy and quick, right? But sometimes I do get a bit lazy with like pasta sauces and things. I do recommend always looking for low sodium when you buy canned products. It's quite hard and it takes a bit of time to like root through, but you'll be shocked by the difference in some of the cans out there. Like I know when we look for like marinara sauce, sometimes there's like 900 milligrams of sodium in one jar, so do have a look at that. But yeah, pasta can be a very quick, easy meal. Just throw on a sauce, a bit of cheese, or you can make it way more fancy and put loads of different things in and loads of veggies and bits and pieces. But boys absolutely love pasta, and again, it's soft, so really good for babies when they're starting to eat. The next up is, this isn't really one food, but I look for low sodium canned foods. So for example, chickpeas, sweet corn, peas, beans, kidney beans, black beans, all that sort of thing. The boys love picking up little things themselves, like, and putting it in their mouth. Anything small, anything that size, they just love. So any sort of bean or pea, they just will eat so many of them. And all of those foods are really good for protein, and especially beans, they're really nutritious. So, and chickpeas are really high in protein. So again, they are a great option, and they are really good for taking to parks and play areas and places where you're outside. You need to give them a quick lunch or a snack, and a healthy one. They can easily just pick them up, especially at this age. I'm talking about like 1-year-olds now, toddlers, not when they're really little. I assume that I really just did most of their feedings at home at that stage. It was quite a mission to try and feed them when we're out and about. But yeah, we used cans. They're very convenient, and I always make sure we have them in the pantry ready for a meal when I just don't know what to give them. And then last but not least, this is a bit more of a pricey one, but chia seeds, or chia seeds, I never know how you say that. Well, I recently started using these a lot. I found that I can bulk up yogurt with some seeds, with some like ground up nuts, things like that. I also make chia seed pudding and put the milk in with the chia seeds, leave it overnight, and it goes really thick, and they love that. That's a good breakfast option and sometimes dessert option. And again, I'm trying to let them learn how to use the spoon with this chia seed pudding. So yeah, and I feel like they're really nutritious and a very good superfood, right? I know I should eat more of them. And you could put them in smoothies and things like that. I don't tend to give the boys smoothies because they are a nightmare with their cups and straws and things like that, but I know a lot of people that do. So yeah, I think that's all of the staples that I was going to mention. Yeah, that's all of them. So I hope you guys have got some ideas for meals and foods and things. Let me know if you want more videos like this. I'm happy to do like a quick on the go meals video again. I know I did one of those a while back, but I'm constantly changing up what we're giving the boys and trying to find new ideas and things like that. So I'd love to do another one of those. And now the boys are sort of eating more and more, I'm trying to find cost-effective things to buy them. But yeah, if you have any ideas as well, or anything that I maybe don't have in my pantry that would be a really good go-to snack, please let me know, and it will help everyone else as well in the comments. But yeah, that's it for today's video, and maybe by next time I'll be at 1,000 subscribers. So thank you all for your support and love, and again, please let me know in the comments what videos you like to see, because I think I've done loads of day in the lives because I feel like everyone loves those, but you know, I'm at home a lot, so they can maybe get a bit boring. But yeah, let me know and I'll be happy to film that for you. But I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.